Lecator member Mena went down. She re-injured her ankle earlier this afternoon for Indy after missing the All-Star game along with a couple of other matches. We hope she recovers quickly. Indy very much still in the mix for a playoff spot. Long way to go. Well handled by Murphy. Tell you, both young middles right now for Columbus are doing a really good job. It's Ramelsberg along with Walker. Dug again by Georgiades. Not a perfect free ball pass. Wonderful dig by Rivera. And Rapach is rejected.
I'm really impressed right now. Columbus Fury digging some nice balls, defending Natalie Foster out of the middle, understanding their defensive assignments, extended rally, but this time Natalie Foster, right hand, shuts down the angle for Orlando.
12-10 is the advantage, make it 13-10. I was looking because a lot of balls have been dug already. Both teams in double figures in terms of defensive saves as Cox will go back to the line.
All the coaches have a lot of data. They know how to play teams and have good scouting reports. So I think that's why we're seeing superb defense.
Speaking with Angel Perez, mentioned in his second season in Columbus, really thought that Kaylee Cox was underdrafted. He thought that she was an outstanding left side in college last year. They were happy to get her. Terry missed another one very, very wide on the swing.
Angel Perez also thought for Kaylee Cox, the ceiling is really high. She is just getting started, is going to be an elite left side 6 rotation player in this league.
Yeah, I mentioned 6 rows, and for she, along with Terry, a lot of responsibility because they are getting targeted. Very nice high flat swing by Rapach.
Rapach knows how to score, and with the youth of Columbus, they're going to rely on her often.
There is Angel Perez, always very generous with his time, as are all of the coaches around the Pro Volleyball Federation. Very, very successful stint. Twice Coach of the Year in the Puerto Rican League. Outside to Schwann. Nice dig by Cox. Courtney Schwann again. That's what she brings to Orlando. Really solid all-around volleyball player. And that ball set wide. And I said earlier, and we talked about it, Holly, I think Shampoo and Kaz Brown are the best slide connection in the league. Not that time.
No, that one went a little bit wide, but Shampoo is one of those setters who's a gunslinger, not afraid to go for it, puts a lot of zip on her set. That time just went a little too wide for Kaz.
Good passing by Van de Weyde. And right back to it, Rivera is playing really good defense in area 1 in the right back. Swing for Terry, ball set a little bit too low. Missed opportunity for Columbus. And they will take advantage, they being the Valkyrie.
I told you earlier, Courtney Schwann's offensive numbers have been improving. They've gone to a quicker set, faster to the pin, which allows her to work through that seam better, and it paid off on that last swing.
Learned this afternoon that she spends a lot of time training on the beach in her permanent home just outside of Rome, and that ball served just out of bounds. Interesting story there. Working her way back into the indoor game. For those of you watching our free streaming coverage, it will conclude after the commercial break, but we'll continue on CBS Sports Network. You can find us by going to cbssports.com/channel finder. At the second technical timeout, the Columbus Fury on the road, leading Orlando 16-13. Thanks, Jeff. Way to keep me on that. Good start, Halls.
Thank you. 0. Oh.
What are you looking for?
30, 36.
I know.
36. 360 and 400, is that right? Oh, that's
no, that's passing.
0. 0. Oh, no.
The Pro Volleyball Federation on CBS Sports Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin Sports, a proud partner of the Pro Volleyball Federation on CBS Sports Network, and by Dove Whole Body Deodorant, 72-hour odor control plus skincare.
Opening set here on the beautiful campus of the University of Central Florida, and so far, Ollie McPhee, very much a defensive battle. It's very, very hard to put a ball away cleanly.
Both teams know what the other team wants to run, and they're in good defensive starting positions to dig the ball, and that's why we're seeing so many digs.
Kaz Brown having to make first contact, and Lindsay Vanderweide, who had 7 kills in 22 swings in their win last Saturday over Atlanta. 3-2, 15-13 in the 5th set. Vanderweide, one of about 40 players in the league out of the University of Oregon. Oh, that's off the top of the block. Nice swing that time by Terry. How big of an adjustment? Raina Terry played in the Big Ten. It's the nation's top conference, no doubt about it, when it comes to women's college volleyball. So she's ready for this challenge.
Definitely. I think that her biggest challenge is being a 6 rotation player at this level. It's very testing to have to pass and dig and do all the things both mentally and physically. But she's got the arm, and she's an excellent server.
Yeah, she can be a point scorer, no question about that. Schwann, what a good passer. She is technically superb. Cox turning down the line, dug by Abercrombie. Terry out of the back row, dug by Murphy. Joust coming, Rivera gets the better of it. Tough chance for Vanderweide. Georgiades, what a good point again. There have been several so far early on.
Loving the defense so far tonight. Both sides. Look at this dig by Georgia Murphy. Puts it right in her setter's hands, and then Vanderweide goes high flat to the corner, and that one gets away from Georgiades.
And Raina Terry, number 16 in red for Columbus, who hit that ball really hard out of the back row. There's Conrad, the floor cleaner. He's become quite a personality around the Pro Volleyball Federation. The league actually flew him into Indianapolis for the All-Star game. We had a nice conversation with him. Wonderful young man. Cox one-on-one. Beautiful pass and delivery by Rivera.
Wilma Rivera held the middle blocker, who's a rookie on the other side of the net, Natalie Foster, and isolated her hitter on the left side. Terry gets under that, and then Cox only one in front of her.
What a pass by Terry. And that ball's rejected. Cox, along with Rammelsberg in the middle, number 18 and number 8 respectively for the Fury of Columbus.
Haley Cox has proven to be a very effective blocker. Watch her work with that left hand, turning it back into the court. Abercrombie was trying to tool her.
Tight pass. And Courtney Schwann maybe relaxed on that just a little bit. She's an excellent receiver, but shanked that one and gave a free pass to Columbus, and a timeout is called once again by Amy Pauley of the league leading. And speaking of that, a great job by our crew. I mentioned league leading, and we get right to the standings here in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Orlando has won 8 in a row. Omaha has won 6 out of 7, so they're keeping pace. Indy lost a heartbreaker earlier this afternoon. Atlanta had lost 3 in a row. Now they have won 2 in a row. Vegas needs to turn things around. They have lost now 6 in a row, but still very, very much in the mix. Obviously, Grand Rapids has some work to do, and a lot of work to do for San Diego and Columbus. But the top 2 teams, I think they're going to be in our semifinals. After that, it's a bit of a crapshoot.
All season long, we've talked about the margin of error between victory and defeat, and Columbus Fury, you see right now, in control over the best team right now, or the hottest team in the Pro Volleyball Federation.
And such streaky. Grand Rapids had lost 5 in a row. Now they've come back, particularly with their block. Alyssa Jensen and Ali Bastianelli leading the way in that particular category. Their block, meaning the Grand Rapids have been very, very good. The Grand Rapids arise. There is Abby Walker back to serve. 20-15. Big lead right now for Columbus. Still on Schwann. Abercrombie, that is so good.
You have to defend Brittany Abercrombie in that angle. You can't come in from the tip. You have to stay at the perimeter because she can hit that. You see Wilma Rivera sneak in. Nobody's in that right back position to stop her hard angle hit.
Well, Abercrombie started things out with a couple of tips and the throw down into the middle. It really makes you work hard and really think it through defensively. There is Cox going off speed. Yosia with a scramble. She is the defensive libero, and that's why Amy Pauley is using two. Georgia Murphy in reception, and Nalani Yosia, who started her career at Texas and finished it up at Michigan State.
Yosia is special. You can feel the defensive intensity just rise when she steps on the court. She knows how to make plays.
Remember, we were talking to Angel Perez and how close the first couple of sets were in Columbus, won by the Valkyries. But Columbus won the opening set and then lost the second, 26-24. Good pass by Cox. Timing not there. Schwan. Oh, Rapach, that ball shouldn't go down. Pretty crafty.
Rapach is a veteran, and it shows. I mean, that she had no chance just trying to get her feet there. Trouble play. She knows what part of the court's open. That's basically a throwdown cut shot.
Remember, Amy Pauley told us that sometimes Orlando, as good as they have been, particularly of late, not as determined as they need to be defensively on every particular play. Was it a smart shot? Yes. Should it have gone down? No. In my humble opinion. I know, that's sort of a non sequitur. Cox is blocked. Schwan along with Kaz Brown.
Kaz Brown is an elite middle blocker, experience, fantastic eye work. She gets there, closes. Look at that left hand, close that seam, get right over the net. Beautiful defensive stop for Orlando.
Kaz Brown wearing number 11 in light blue out of the University of Kentucky, last year's best middle blocker in the entire league. Want to remind everybody, Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern time, catch some conference tourney action with the Mountain West Women's Championship game. See who punches their ticket to the tournament right here on CBS Sports Network. That's the Mountain West Women's Tournament. Check out the championship 10:30 Eastern time on the CBS Sports Network. Back with Holly McPeak. I'm Paul Sunderland. We were in Atlanta on Friday. You made the quick trip. I had to
you
take
just took an extra flight just for fun.
Yeah, just an extra flight for no apparent good reason whatsoever. But coming down to Orlando and looking forward to that. 21-19 is the advantage right now for the Columbus Fury. But Orlando on a 4-1 run to get right back into this opening set. You got to feel like Columbus must win this opening set after they had the big 5-point lead.
Definitely. They knew they had to come out, serve aggressive, and they really wanted to focus on containing the left side attack, keeping them limited, because they know Brittany Abercrombie is going to get her points. Did
you like the headset? Did you get yours?
I didn't get mine.
No,
I need one.
You do need one.
Thank you.
And Natalie Foster, it won't go down as an ace because there were two contacts. But this young woman's serve is something to behold. The next ace will tie her with Betty De La Cruz for the PVF record with half the season to go.
Amazing.
She had 6 aces against the Indy Ignite back on February 8th. Cox, good block deflection. Shannon Scully on to play some defense. Oh, what a swing. The connection once again from Shampoo.
Orlando plays ahead of the point because of the tough serve from Natalie Foster, and then the transition offense. Perfect execution back to Brittany Abercrombie, and Kaz Brown in the middle was yelling for that ball, trying to hold the blocker on the other side.
Pretty good pass by Cox. Rapach, fantastic swing down line. I want to go back to the previous play. Kaylee Ramelsberg is a young middle blocker. Shouldn't she have been anticipating to the side of Abercrombie in that transition?
Yes, definitely. As many balls as Brittany Abercrombie gets, but as a middle, you can't just disappear on Kaz Brown, who's an offensive threat as well.
Tight pass handled by Shampoo. There is what I think is the best slide connection in the league.
It's beautiful, and I'll tell you, it's a lot of trust because Kaz Brown is up in there early waiting for that feed. It's that quick.
Columbus led by as many as 5, and now with a service error, their lead is 23-22. Brittany Abercrombie, the reigning player of the week. Last 2 matches, 49 of 93 with only 4 hitting errors.
Incredible.
Yeah, it really is. Tough serve. Abercrombie, and returns the favor right down the line.
Abercrombie's got the range to go everywhere. If they move the block in, then she turns it down the line. We saw her hit a kill sharp angle earlier when they had moved the block out. She sees the block really well.
Good pass again by Cox. That's an unforced error. Raina Terry, 2 balls over the sideline and now 1 into the net. Can't have it.
Especially in the red zone. After 20, you have to be able to execute at a high level.
Timeout called by Columbus. And a timeout there, 24-23. Let's take a look at the team huddle. Brought to you by Spalding.
Jill Gillen's all fired up. Watch her talking to the team, talking about executing, giving her team energy. That's a really important role. She's not on the court right now. They might need her with some inconsistent offense from Columbus, but get her team fired up to execute at this crucial moment.
Yeah, I think Jill Gillen has got a lot to offer, not only as a team leader, but also as a volleyball player. She's really good in reception. She plays the heck out of the defensive end. Played here in Orlando last year. 2,075 kills during her career at Arkansas. I've always liked the game of Jill Gillen.
She's a winner.
Yeah,
I think she
likes
likes to run that fast offense, and Columbus doesn't run it as fast as she's used to or she likes. So that's kind of an adjustment offensively.
Gillen had 240 kills last year for the Valkyries and averaged 3%. Some pretty good passing already we've seen from Raina Terry along with Kaylee Cox and Kate Georgiades out of the University of Houston. 3 rookie receivers getting in the deep end at the pro level. Set point number 1. Orlando trailed by as many as 5. Schwann at the line. Set point number 1. Oh, off the top of the tape. Pretty good chance for Terry. Going off speed, and that Yosia thought she got that ball up, so we're going to have a challenge. Yeah, we've already had 1 for a touch off the block. Each team gets 2 challenges. If you're correct, you have an infinite number. You can challenge ball up or down, 4 contacts, touch off the block, net touch. Oh, yeah.
That's
oh,
up.
yeah.
That's up.
Yeah, that ball is up. So we're going to replay the point. You can also challenge 3 areas of footfall: service line, 3-meter line, and center line. Yeah, that ball's up.
Perfect pancake.
Yep. So the point was initially ruled in the favor of Columbus. That will be reversed. We will replay this point at 24-23. That is the first referee, Nathan Mahaven. And I don't know why this one's taken so long. We already saw a couple of perfect looks, and the ball was clearly up.
We have a second referee who looks at the replay on a monitor.
Volt 6 system is the same used at the Olympic Games, and it is an outstanding system, usually very, very quick. Yeah, the Orlando players are frustrated. They're not understanding why this is taking so long. I get it. They want to get it right. Communication between the first and second referee, and innovation for the second referee to be on the same side and helping with replays and substitutions and making sure everything is just right. Okay, Nate, let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Blow the whistle. There's Michelle Prater, the second referee. I don't know, Holly, if they showed the replay on the big screen. They should, in my opinion, but I don't know if they did.
Let the crowd see it.
And And then they would.
And then
Then they
crazy.
really go, what's going on?
Huh?
Huh? Wow. Wow. Now, any part of the ball touches the floor. It looked clearly like Nalani Usia got that play. Those were our replays. They were not from Bolt 6. Oh! Yeah. I agree.
You think it's down?
From that angle, I think some part of the ball touched the floor.
Okay.
That's good work. Good work. Thank you for that look. Appreciate it. Good work by Bolt 6. Tied at 24. 1 set point saved. Here is Tori Stringer, best known as Tori Dilfer. Outstanding career at Louisville. Working on Scully. I agree with the official's call. And I take it all back about it taking too long. I was completely wrong. Missed opportunity for Orlando. Terry. A little bit tentative after those 3 hitting errors. A lot of tipping going on. And remember, they're not going to be taxed anymore. Really good block, Abby Walker, along with Raina Terry.
Too much tipping by both teams at the end of a set. You got to take some big swings. Go away from the defense. There, Raina Terry on that left side, beautiful turn with her hands, turning that ball back into the court defensively.
Set number 1 for Columbus. Scully has stayed on. There is the slide. Good block. Walker is really quick side to side. And what a quality swing by Shannon Scully.
Angel Perez, the head coach for the Columbus Fury, told us how quick Walker is side to side. We're seeing it defensively. But that time, Orlando, smart swing to tie it up.
1 set point saved. Orlando has had a set point, as has now Columbus. Good pass by Cox. Abercrombie. Down the line, dug by Georgiades. Terry. Pressure swing here. A lot of off speed, but got this roll shot to the floor.
Defensive and hitter coverage by Columbus Fury is on point. They're ready to keep that ball off the floor.
Kaylee Cox has been really good in reception because they're not going anywhere near the libero Georgiades. Set point number 2. A chance, block touch. Diego middle to Walker. Left side to Cox. And goes down away from Georgia Murphy. Kaylee Cox made a couple of digs, passed the ball exceptionally well, and now putting away. Set point number 8 in red, and Columbus takes the opener. Really good start for Columbus. They gave up a big lead, but were able to close it out. Sure. Yeah.
She's coaching on the sideline. So I mean, she's been talking to her teammates, coaching them up. But if we can't switch it, then we can talk about that. Just her experience and.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Make sure you guys bring that energy. You know we can get this one without you guys too. Now today is yesterday was International Women's Day, but we got Orlando Pride Soccer Team and the women of WWE. What's it like knowing you can see that kind of support from other women who also?
I really think we need to go on camera. Holly's dress is magnificent.
Well, I'm gonna do an interview.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
International Women's Day in your own words.
Okay.
How would you describe that? Strong, powerful women
Okay. Yeah. What a magnificent afternoon, an early evening here in Central Florida, in Orlando specifically. Yeah, people getting out and playing some volleyball. We need to bring in some sand.
We saw some beach courts
We
out
did.
there.
We
Grass, sand, love it.
Yeah, this is the Pro Volleyball Federation coming your way on CBS Sports Network with Holly McPeak. I'm Paul Sunderland. Thanks so much for joining us. First time these two teams played, Columbus won the opening set. They fought off a set point, took the first, and their young receivers and outside attackers, Raina Terry, got to clean some things up, but pretty good start.
Well, it was a defensive battle in the first set. Both teams hit under 200, 120 and 130 respectively, and it was because they were in good spots defensively, but they need to stay aggressive on the offensive end.
There's Carlos Cardona, outstanding coach out of Puerto Rico as well, talking to Raina Terry, young outside hitter into the lineup, and Angel Perez as well. They both know, the head coach and assistant coach now, how important Raina Terry is for the remainder of this match.
It's hard when you start a match with 3 hitting errors because then you kind of want to dial it back. But Raina Terry plays her best volleyball when she's aggressive.
Yeah, every ball that she was set thereafter was off speed. Can't have that. She's got to bring the reign of terror.
Yes, she does.
Had an outstanding career at the University of Illinois. And Lindsay Van de Weyde will go back to serve. Orlando at 10-4 have won 8 in a row. One of those 8 was against this same team that was at Columbus. And the paintbrush over the top is to the floor. Natalie Foster's been pretty quiet so far. In many phases, we don't expect that. She has been outstanding. The rookie out of SMU, second in the league to only Corey Lewis of Atlanta. Hit .379 in efficiency. Both Lewis and Foster rookies. Nice pass by Terry. Rapach block touch, and Yosia won't get there.
Yosia was deep in the court. Pretty decent block touch, but she can't run it down. Rapach out of the back row, takes off behind that 3-meter line, goes off Foster. Little redirection, tough to pick up. 6
kills on 13 swings for the veteran. Perfect pass by Murphy. And there is the sky-high throwdown. The sky dink.
Every time we talk to coaches, they said, you know what? Even at this elite level, it comes down to serve and pass. And the first contact has been nails for Orlando. But Columbus was just a little bit better offensively.
Abercrombie now 8 of 17. 3 errors. That's very unusual for her. 4 errors on 93 swings the last 2 matches. Here's Foster. Oh, what a pass. Georgiades just ate that up. Not good first contact by Cox. And a better swing, Rapach. Going high flat. Very, very good swing. I like her game.
I think one of the benefits of having experience like Rapach, she knows how to make good decisions in tough situations. Just takes the smartest swing.
3.5 kills per set. Also a couple of digs. Both teams pretty good in reception right now. The high snap up right on the sideline.
Shampoo, the setter for Orlando, runs it so quick to both pins, and the defense on the other side continually chasing. Abercrombie just crushes it down that line.
Tight pass. Kaz Brown redirecting. Good read by Terry. Not giving up on the play. What a good play by Raina Terry. Stay in the point.
And then Orlando tried to attack right back at her, just missing that ball wide.
There is the look, courtesy of Bolt 6. Well out of bounds. Talked to Kaz Brown earlier today about her connection with Shampoo. Finish that thought after this point. Targeting Van de Weyde. Oh, good swing. Courtney Schwann, number 4 in light blue over the top.
I love how Courtney Schwann gets her feet to the ball, realizes it's an out-of-system play, it's a bump set, goes inside. She gets her feet there, high contact point to the corner.
Rapach, another very, very high IQ swing.
And Orlando had a well-formed block there. She just goes off the inside hand of the middle blocker. You see Vanderweyde and Kaz Brown there. Impressive tool.
That's a good lesson for young players. Joust coming. Outside to Vanderweyde. And Cox can't make the play defensively. Back to the other point to Rapach. No low seam, no LS, no low seam, high hands.
Yes. Lindsay Vanderweyde is a player who can control her first contact, score. She's not played a lot for Orlando this season, but has proven in the gym that she can really contribute.
Really targeting Terry. And Raina Terry comes out following the coach's instructions, Coach Perez and Cardona. Keep swinging, that's why you're out there.
See Wilma Rivera push it to that pin, and that time Raina Terry hard through that seam.
Columbus hung on to win the opening set 27-25. Nice combination play. Wide open net for Lindsay Vanderweyde.
I love a good combination play. Orlando Vanderweyde, great pass, and then a double quick like a 3-1 and a rip to Vanderweyde inside.
Cox has been very good in reception so far. Vanderweyde out of the play, no place to go. That's a really good block. Good read that time by Abby Walker, 24 in red.
Both pin hitters had moved in to dig the short ball, so Natalie Foster was the only hitter available. I like that Shampoo went for it, but good defensive read by Columbus, knowing that's her only target.
That's a mistake serving Murphy. Orlando ahead in the point. Where do you go? Another off-speed shot, and that went to the floor out of the middle by 13 Foster.
Natalie Foster, she tried a crossbody, she tried to wrist away hard ball. Now she's just been doing that short shot over the middle block, and tough to pick up from the high contact point.
14th pick overall in this most recent Pro Volleyball Federation draft. Rapach again, nice dig by Vanderweyde, right on target. Dig to the 3-meter line. Schwann going off speed, and Raina Terry can't quite track it down. Good hustle though by the former Illinois Fighting Illini. And we have come to the first technical timeout of the second set. Columbus up 1-0. We'll step aside here in Orlando. Okay.
Watch her, she's talking right now to Georgiadis. If you can get her, yeah, that stuff.
Timeout, Orlando 8-6. Now let's take a look at our player profile, brought to you by Dove and none other than Megan Courtney Lush, 2 times an NCAA champion. Very, very elite international player, unfortunately, out with an ankle injury.
2 weeks ago, right before the All-Star game, but she's been very active on the bench. This is a very young team, and her veteran leadership is so important. She's helping the coaching staff by giving lots of feedback. She's very active on the bench, even though she's not ready to play yet after that sprained ankle.
Now 31 years of age, out of Penn State. 10th year as a pro, mostly in the elite leagues and the 2 very best in the world, including Russia, but nobody's going to Russia these days. Italy and Turkey. Oh, nice swing. How impressive has been Kaylee Cox.
really solid, especially in first contact. Wilma Rivero zips that ball out to the pin where Kaylee Cox is long and she can go high off the hands.
Good set by Rivera. 4 kills on 13 swings for Cox and passing the ball well. There is Foster going high, deep crossbody.
The first contact, Lindsay Vanderweide in there doing her job for Orlando. That allows Shampoo to get that ball to Natalie Foster, crossbody high and deep.
Orlando on a 3-1 run. And the right woman at the line, Georgiades, very good against that serve. But the connection is missed. Kaylee Ramelsberg along with Rivera not quite on the same page. Biggest lead of the second set so far for Orlando. And that ball into the top of the tape. Anytime Foster only serves twice when she goes through her rotation, that's a good sign for your receivers, a break there. She does not miss many, which is remarkable how hard she serves. Yep, touch off the block. Kaz Brown and Orlando knew it immediately. But back to Kaz Brown and her connection with Shampoo. I asked Kaz about the connection and she said, Shampoo is so receptive to feedback, a little higher, a little wider, a little faster. And that's really good teamwork between setter and attackers. That ball through the block, deflection and down. You were a setter, Holly. How important is that? Not only confidence, but that honesty between hitters and attackers.
It's really important. You want to know how to get your hitters in the best position to score, and being open to that feedback and not being insecure about it.
Tough serve, and it's an ace. That's called by Bolt 6. I talked about all the challenge possibilities. You cannot challenge in or out. That is all done. Right there, very small slice of the end line. But in is in. Here comes Ramelsberg. Vanderweide. Boy, the rookies right now for Columbus are playing very well. Maybe you're not a rookie anymore if you're playing your 14th professional match or your 15th.
Still a rookie, your rookie season.
Oh, yeah.
Shampoo in transition lifts this one a little bit for Courtney Schwann, just allowing her to go up high. That time found a seam.
Talked about Courtney Schwann makes her full-time home in the offseason in Italy with her husband Giacomo Tita, who just happens to be the strength and conditioning coach for the Orlando Valkyries.
Nice love story. They met in Palma de Mallorca at a beach volleyball training, I guess, camp or group, and fell in love, and here they are, both working for Orlando.
And headed back to Roma after the season. Not a bad place to spend the off year.
Oh, that's for sure.
And Courtney spends most of her off season playing in the sand. Kaz Brown throwing that straight down.
Watch this hard hit by Vanderweide, pops up, and then the slam dunk by Kaz Brown.
And that ball served just out of bounds. Trying to keep service pressure on. If you look at the receiving numbers for both of these teams, Orlando, 54% of the receptions are positive, meaning they have multiple options. And for Columbus, lower at 49. Good swing. Amy Pauley telling us this afternoon at practice she wants that number to be 60% positive passing. That's setting the bar pretty high.
Amy Pauley also told us that transition offense goal was around 250, and they're exceeding that, hitting around 275. So their transition offense has been impressive, and she credits that to Shampoo.
Oh, nice swing again by Cox. 275. Could you get deeper into those numbers? In transition, you mean during the course of a rally, usually when the defense is set.
Correct. Well, you've dug the ball and you have a chance to transition it back for a point. So usually it's off a dig and not a pass, a harder ball to control, a harder back ball to run the offense.
Working on Vanderweide. Look at that. Brittany Abercrombie again.
That last play, Columbus had moved their block down the line to take that away from Brittany Abercrombie, but Brittany Abercrombie knows, sees the adjustment, and goes the other direction, sharp angle.
Abercrombie now with 10 kills on 22 swings, and the coach for Columbus on help press says, look, we know that Abercrombie's going to get her numbers. We just can't let somebody else get in double figures or even more than that. Cox again.
So far, the passing has been really good for Columbus. They're controlling that aspect of the game, and they've been able to score. Kaylee Cox, even on the left side, has been able to work it off the block of Orlando.
5 kills on 14 swings for the rookie out of Western Kentucky. Rivera's only 5'9", but could put some serious heat on this jump serve. Well handled by Van de Weyden. Rivera hanging in. Rapach, smart shot to restart the point. Cox again likes to turn that line. Missed this one a little bit long.
Wilma Rivera, the setter, had a fantastic dig on Natalie Foster to stay in that rally. Orlando up over Columbus 16-14 in the second. It's hard to say yet.
I would say Brittany, but
yeah.
then I'd say Shampoo, but I doubt that as well.
We don't know how her English
well,
is.
I'm not seriously considering it. Well, what do you think, Halls?
Probably Brittany.
Second set in Orlando coming out of the second technical timeout. That's a pretty good seat. You got to get in the building. 16-14 is the advantage for Orlando. Again, they have won 8 in a row. Tonight at 9 Eastern, head out to the Hardwood with CBS Sports Network and catch the Summit League's men's championship game as Omaha takes on St. Thomas in a battle to punch their ticket to the big dance. It's certainly tourney time. Watched Duke and North Carolina yesterday. USC and UCLA women playing this afternoon. Duke came back to beat North Carolina State in the women's tournament for the ACC championship earlier today. With 3-time Olympian and bronze medalist Holly McPeak, I'm Paul Sunderland. And here is Natalie Foster. And she's missed 2 in a row.
Columbus has to be happy about that.
Very happy. We were here.
Or relieved.
Yes, very relieved. Oh, I don't know what that serve is. Schwann tucking inside, dug by Georgiades. Abercrombie off speed again. Georgiades is there. Columbus doesn't get a swing. A little bit of a bumper cars that time in a block. Good block that time by Ramelsberg along with Terry.
Raina Terry is a big left side blocker, and she is across the net right now from Brittany Abercrombie. Here's a transition set by Georgia Murphy, picked up. Little traffic jam. Shampoo gets it back, and then the block doesn't have to move far to shut that down.
6th block now for Columbus, and 4 of those against Abercrombie. Oh, that's such a good roll shot. Right off the sands of Roma.
Seriously,
agree.
that's a really important shot when you're on the beach. Good hand contact and just rolls perfectly over the block, gets to the floor quickly for Courtney Schwann.
Courtney Schwann has spent the last couple of years playing professionally in Italy, and Giacomo, now her husband, he's based in Rome, and when she went back to Italy, she was 5 hours away. Used to make the drive all the time. Love will make you do crazy things.
Certainly will.
Good for them. Congratulations. Good pass by Terry. Terry again. Kaz Brown. Rapach. Oh! Abercrombie with another dig. Had 23 in the win over Atlanta. Rapach again. Really impressed with 2 in red.
Rapach bringing her experience. Watch her on the right side, go deep to that corner, away from that middle back defender. Really nice decision, turning that ball, making the defense move.
And all you young pin hitters, look at the trajectory. Very, very high, never into the strength of the block. Well done. Here is Rammelsberg, tied at 17. Columbus won the opening set 27-25. Tough serve, well handled. A little bit tight. Oh, not too tight. Absolutely perfect for Isabella Rapach.
Rapach, impressive, getting that ball inside Kaz Brown, who's an elite middle blocker, but she has the confidence to do that. Watch this. First of all, easy pickup on that roll shot, and then good identification of where the block is by Rapach.
9 kills now for Rapach, and that ball thrown by Kaz Brown off the edge. 41% positive for Orlando, 50% for Columbus. Serve and pass is kind of still important.
Always important.
Always. Number 1. Schwann back for the Valkyries. 10-4 so far on the year, tied with Omaha. Good swing inside by Terry. Number 16 in red.
Good things happen when Raina Terry gets up and rips the ball in. Her coaches told her after that first set, we need you swinging, and she has listened.
6 kills on 21 swings, 4 errors, all of those coming in the opening set. Rapach again, no, outside to Terry. What a brilliant set that time by Shampoo. What hard work.
Shampoo is something special. Track shoes, gets there, gets her hands under it.
Wow.
And Lindsay Vanderweider does the rest, but wow, she is magic with those hands.
Shampoo spent most of her career from Thailand, her 9-year pro career playing in Korea, Thailand, and Japan. That was really impressive. Good pass by Terry. And response again, Rammelsberg. Boy, Columbus passes the ball. They got some arms.
Abby Walker's dynamic off the floor, uses her speed to get behind the setter. Quick arm for the kill.
If you're an Orlando fan and know their team, Adora Anai, a little bit under the weather. She's been in the starting lineup. A fixture for the Valkyries. Vanderweider, a very, very capable sub. Good block deflection. Pops into the antenna. And not by much. That's a break for Orlando.
Lindsay Vanderweider has done a really nice job today for Orlando. We've got a challenge.
Angel Perez, what do you think this might be, Holly?
He doesn't look certain. He's talking to the referee. He's making a challenge, but doesn't look super confident.
It was completely across from us. I think the only possibility is Angel Perez is contending that the ball first hit the block and then deflected into the antenna. That's the only possibility, and at least live, I didn't see it that way, but I was totally wrong the last time.
So was I.
Well, I led you down that road.
Both teams at 20. This is really important to execute, stay aggressive. I don't want to see tipping on either side of the net.
Been a very entertaining match so far. The level has been good. Reception has been very good. It's been hard to put balls away. A real defensive battle. And here it is, Holly. Was Shampoo's hand into the antenna? No. Yeah, that ball just barely grazed the antenna before it made contact with Shampoo's hand.
Correct.
So that will be a lost challenge, and point possession will stay with Orlando. I like the challenge. It was very close.
Yes.
That was a micro touch. So Columbus will have one challenge remaining. If you're correct in your challenges and you get 2 per set, then you basically have an infinite number. Good work by the officials. Here is Shampoo, tied at 20. Into the red zone. Back row combination, one-on-one. Natalie Foster with the stuff.
Not easy to do when you're on an island by yourself, blocking the middle of the court. You have to read where the hitter's going and make a nice move to cut off that angle. Natalie Foster does so for Orlando.
First block so far on the early evening, 25th on the year. And that ball sprayed out of bounds.
Back-to-back errors for Columbus. They need to shake it off.
Yeah, this is a needed and very good timeout. Obvious situation, but you got to go talk about it. Remember, Columbus started the season at 0-7 and then got hot, got healthy. They won 4 out of 5, but now they're coming off back-to-back losses. 22-20 is the advantage, and Orlando on a 3-0 run. Dueling opposites between Brittany Abercrombie and Isabella Rapach.
Similar numbers. Brittany Abercrombie has been really impressive dig-wise. 8 balls. Picked up some really nice balls to keep it alive. And then Rapach, not afraid to take big swings when her team needs it.
Abercrombie is 10 of 25, taking a big number of swings, and Rapach on the other side, 10 of 23. But I'll tell you, Columbus has gotten the better of it. They blocked Abercrombie 4 times. She rarely gets blocked.
Well, you talked about it. The last, how many matches? Last 2 matches, she had 4 errors.
93 swings.
That's a
4
wow.
errors. And
yeah.
an error in volleyball statistics is you're blocked on your own side for a point, or you hit a ball out of bounds. 4 in 93 swings is crazy good. Columbus needs a side out right here. First things first with a pass. Well done by Cox. Rommelsberg. And missed that out of bounds. Wow, 2 balls in a row hit out of bounds. Cox and Rommelsberg.
Abby Walker said there is a touch. I thought there was a touch.
Or was that Walker who took that swing, not Rommelsberg? Thanks, Holly. No challenge. Oh, that's a big break. Little lapse in concentration maybe for Shampoo. She is not happy with herself.
Especially at this point in the match. You want to put your foot on the gas, not let Columbus back in.
Yeah, Columbus has just hit 2 balls out of bounds. Jill Gillen now on to serve. Played here in Orlando last year. Oh, that's a tough situation. Yeah, she is a competitor. She's a fiery athlete.
And that's what you want her to do.
Yep.
Come in and be as aggressive as possible. But when you haven't jumped and hit the ball, she's not going to let up. She's going to come in and rip it every time. Shannon
Scully, who was really good, albeit in a late losing effort for Orlando, came in usually as a serving and defensive specialist and good in reception, came on and put a very crucial ball away. Cox is rejected. Abercrombie along with Foster. And they close it out just like that, taking advantage of the errors on the side of the Columbus Fury, closing out on a 6-1 run to take the second set, 25-21, and we're tied at a set apiece. Pass was good enough. You go outside to Kaylee Cox, and number 6, Brittany Abercrombie, a very long and capable blocker with all of her experience, able to get that ball to the floor. So tied at 1 set apiece. Holly McPeak has taken to the floor, and we will be having a very special guest once again as we are tied at a set apiece. And let's send it over to Holly McPeek with Brittany Abercrombie.
With Brittany Abercrombie, it seems like you're a little frustrated, but they're playing really good defense. What was the difference in the second set?
I don't know. I think our serve and pass was good. I think our attacking was good. Our defense picked it up.
What's going to be the difference to take control of this match?
I think it happens on our side. If we can play our offense, play good block defense, then we'll get a win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There is our visit with Brittany Abercrombie, one of the very best in the PVF, leading in kills per set and scoring as well. Tied at 1 set apiece, Orlando and Columbus here in the Sunshine State. This is the Pro Volleyball Federation coming your way from beautiful Orlando on this Sunday evening on the CBS Sports Network. Tied at 1 set apiece, very similar to the first time these two teams played, and the opposites continue to attract a lot of attention.
Isabella Rapach brings experience, makes good decisions under pressure, and this young team from Columbus needs it. When she takes big swings, good things happen for Columbus. Brittany Abercrombie has been impressive all season long. On a short list for MVP candidates, been really low air, but Columbus has been able to stop her a little bit tonight.
Number 1 in the league in total points per set as well as kills per set, and the only pin hitter in the top 10 in terms of efficiency. Tied at a set apiece. Back with more right after this on the CBS Sports Network.
Now that you guys got that big championship from last year, what is your drive? What is your intention for getting that win again this season?
Well, 10 years of Orlando Pride, entire foundation, so we just want to do it for the anniversary.
And just one more question over here. Now, I see that you guys got some t-shirts. What do you want to do with them?
I think it'd be used to the fans.
That sounds like a good idea. You guys want a t-shirt from Orlando Pride? Make some noise! I need you guys to give it up if you want a t-shirt from
Tradition Financial Arena right here on the campus of the University of Central Florida. Holly, what do the numbers tell you?
Interesting is Columbus Fury has 3 aces against Orlando, the best serving team in the Pro Volleyball Federation. So that's a good start. Columbus Fury knew that they had to come out serving really well, and they've kept it really close to the first 2 sets.
Yeah, even though we're tied at a set apiece, I say even though, that's probably not. I've been very impressed with Kaylee Cox in reception. Georgiades, they're avoiding her like a plague. And Raina Terry, young triumvirate of receivers. That's got to be a real challenge for them, and they've held up well against the hottest team in the league. Angel Perez had to run off, so the players are going, well, we're ready to go. We got this. Megan Courtney Lush will take care of everything else. Unfortunately, the veteran out of Penn State unable to play. She's missing now her 3rd or 4th match, including the All-Star match recently in Indy. That was fun, wasn't it? That was really nice to be a part of that.
It certainly was. Big moment in Pro Volleyball Federation's history and for pro women's volleyball in this country.
35 digs for Columbus, 32 as we looked at Kate Georgiades for Orlando. There is Kaz Brown. Really not right, not very smooth so far with Shampoo, but they'll talk about it. They will work that out. There's Georgiades, the reigning Big 12 Libero of the Year. She knows this building, University of Central Florida. It's hard to keep track now in the Big 12. Pornpun Goodpart, 5'7" out of Thailand, goes by the moniker of Shampoo. And we're getting set for the start of the 3rd set. Columbus at 4-10 so far on the year. They righted the ship for a while after that dreadful start at 0-7. Orlando started at 2-4, and now they've won 8 in a row. Omaha and Orlando tied at the top of the table at 10-4. And then it is a traffic jam. 1 game in the loss column separating 4 teams. Good block deflection. Rapach with a touch. Abercrombie, did Abercrombie dig that ball?
She did.
Columbus doing a very good job against the league's best attacker. Oh, take a swing. Kaylee Cox playing very conservatively. Oh, Georgiades would like to have that one back.
Even though Shampoo pushed that ball wide to the left pin for Courtney Schwann. Watch this dig here. Wow, Brittany Abercrombie just digs that seam. Really nice defensive play. Even though that goes wide, allows Courtney Schwann to attack quick past the block.
Pretty good reception again. Dug by Yosia. Oh, Lindsay Van de Weyde got on her horse.
She certainly did. I thought that was a little bit too low, but
it was.
Van der Weyde exactly threw that arm, threw the ball quickly.
Nalani Yosia, 2 liberos deployed by Orlando. 1 in reception, 1 in defense. Oh, what a good roll shot again, but still not down. Good hustle by Rivera and Georgiades. And Abercrombie very smartly into the deep cross court.
Shampoo delivers that D ball, or that ball behind her so quickly. But look at Wilma Rivera slide under that roll shot from Schwann, but put Orlando ahead of that point.
Yeah, both opposites are so experienced and so good. They never, ever get blocked in the forearms. Well, I won't say never, but you know exactly what I mean, Holly. Got to hit high and flat. Rapach again, exactly to the point.
Rapach so skilled at keeping it high, working off both sides of the block.
Terry up front. Cox back to serve. Going short. And slide combination. Rivera is really good defensive in area number 1. Terry high up into the hands. Good reaction by Shampoo. Boy, Kaz Brown. Oh, left-handed pancake. Terry one-on-one. What a dig by Murphy. Long rally. Early here in set 3, tied at 1 apiece. And Terry begging for a touch. And that will go wanting. The ball hit out of bounds. Remember, Megan Courtney Lush is not available this evening, still out with an ankle injury. (4-1) is the lead. Rapach again. Oh, wow. Can't challenge. It's all done electronically. Boy, that was a good swing.
Looks like she's clipping that back line, but missing by almost nothing.
Well, here's the bolt 6 look. Well, okay, a couple of centimeters. Boy, quick to the outside. Set her out of the play. Terry, Yosia got under that one. Oh, that ball has got to come up. Oh, it was out of bounds. Okay, a little blocked out. I wondered why nobody was going for it.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Paul, what are you talking about? Ball's out of bounds, okay? Okay?
Rapach is able to swing out of trouble when there's a well-formed block in front of her.
Rapach now with 12 kills on 28 swings. Walker back up front with Terry along with Rapach. Van de Weyde is blocked. Does Van de Weyde need a little higher set?
I think so. I think a little more lift will allow her to get through that ball, hit it higher through the seam. Shampoo's on her knees trying to lift that ball, just doesn't get up high enough.
Give Columbus a lot of credit. Their block is doing good work. That's 7 scoring blocks now to 5 for Orlando. 5-3 is the advantage, tied at 1 set apiece. Columbus won the opening set 27-25. Strong by Orlando in the second, 25-21. Abercrombie and missed it out of bounds.
Good decision. I like where Abercrombie was trying to go with that ball. Just missed it wide, but that corner always a good option.
For Brittany Abercrombie, based what she's done, not just the last couple of matches, but on the season, this is uncharacteristic. A number of errors. Schwann, what a good passer. And Van de Weyde comes right back. I don't know who you target for Orlando. They're really, you got to go after Van de Weyde, don't you?
Probably, because Schwann is excellent with her platform, and I already told you Georgia Murphy has the best passing numbers in the league.
And you get Shampoo in system with 4 or even 5 choices. That is a real advantage for Van de Weyde, Shampoo, and Orlando. Good pass. Not good connection, but somehow that ball will get to the floor. And if you're Abby Walker, number 24 in red, you'll take it.
A little.
Rapach is laughing, going back to serve.
A little bit of redirection and takes it away from the defender. Abby Walker, nice work.
Yeah, break for Columbus. Wow. Nice play by Rapach. Tough chance, really good hustle. Did you see Schwann pass that ball? She looked like she was sitting, having her morning cappuccino.
In Rome.
In Rome, yeah. I mean, she is so good. You young players out there, watch Courtney Schwann when she receives serve. Her platform technique is superior. It's elite. She passes 52% positive, 28% perfect on the year. I would have thought it was higher. Rare serve to Georgiades, and Terry, big hit off the left side.
Wilma Rivera does a fantastic job getting that outside high enough and close enough to the net where Raina Terry can go to work. She works it inside the block. Again, pretty well-formed block. Abercrombie Foster, that's a big block on the other side of the net.
Columbus at 4-10, Orlando at 10-4. No easy outs in this league. You better show up and play. Good read by Murphy. Schwann again, perfect first con. Oh, look out. Not a lot of room, but Van de Weyde ripped it down the line as we've come to our first technical timeout here in the third set. Orlando taking on Columbus. Look out.
The Pro Volleyball Federation on CBS Sports Network. The Pro Volleyball Federation on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin Sports, a proud partner of the Pro Volleyball Federation on CBS Sports Network.
The second half of the Pro Volleyball Federation getting underway. 28 matches in all. Each team in this 8-team league plays the other 7 times. Orlando 10-4, Columbus 4-10. But we got ourselves a real battle here in Orlando with 3-time Olympian Holly McBeek. I'm Paul Sunderland. Thanks so much for joining us. And the opposites are certainly doing their thing. Columbus has put some pressure on Brittany Abercrombie. That ball served just out of bounds.
The left side blockers for this Columbus Fury team are really good size, 6'3", on that left pin, and that presents a big block in front of Brittany Abercrombie. She does not get an easy rotation.
Schwan off the block and out of bounds. Very, very talented all-around volleyball player. Passed 60% positive against Atlanta last Saturday. Orlando has had the week off. We talked to Amy Pauley. How did you pass the time they played pickleball on Thursday instead of practicing? You won 8 in a row. You don't want to take a week off. Good read by Van de Weyden. What a dig by Georgiades. Dug by Terry. Potch looking for hands and missed it out of bounds.
Big front row for Orlando right now. Natalie Foster on the line. This is a good scoring rotation if Foster can get her serve going.
Well, she just did. Ace number 32 to tie the league record set last year by Betty De La Cruz.
And she's done it in, well, this is her 15th match, correct?
Yeah, last year of the season, Indy comes in as an expansion team, so every team played 24 matches last year. That ball just out of bounds. When we talked to Amy Pauley, also she said that's our best rotation, and not just because Natalie Foster is serving. Look who we have up front. Kaz Brown, Abercrombie to go along with Schwan.
That's what I just said.
Thank you. Oh, there it is. There's the rhythm to the right side.
So fast to the pin, shampoo to the right side to Abercrombie. One block in front of her, and Abercrombie has a huge advantage.
Right now, Brittany Abercrombie and Orlando, #1 in the league in kills per set, #1 in the league in efficiency at 273. Not a service ace, but certainly very effective from the line. But the only area where Orlando is not among the elites, they're first in aces, first in points per set. Their blocking could get a little better, at least statistically, for Amy Pauley. And a timeout is called, 5-1 run, as Orlando has taken control now of this third set, tied at 1 apiece. Talked about a record-tying 6 aces for Natalie Foster. That was right here in this building against Indiana on February 8th. Served 25 times. She missed her first serve and then was just lights out for the rest of the evening.
It's incredible. She's got that $1 million arm, but gets it up in consistent high contact point and pace.
I said it then and I'll say it again. That's the best serving performance I can ever remember in women's volleyball, internationally, professionally, or at the collegiate level. To serve 25 times, she missed her first and then made 24 in a row. And she told me earlier today at practice that her father was in the building for that. He was absolutely beside himself. What a performance serving. To make 24 in a row as hard as she serves.
Incredible. I think her future is bright. I think she's just going to skyrocket in terms of potential. I'd love to see her in the USA gym.
Well,
I think Eric Sullivan has a lot of young talent that he can add to the party.
Second in the league in hitting efficiency coming in. 379. Only Corey Lewis for Atlanta is better at 397. 32 aces now to go along. Coming in, she had 24 blocks, which was 10th best in the league. Kaz Brown staying in front. Not a great connection, but still to the floor.
Kaz Brown knew what to do with it. She's yelling for her setter to get her the ball. As a setter, when your hitter wants it, you want to feed it to them. And that ball was set a little bit low, but Kaz Brown, little soft touch, drops for Orlando.
Columbus got to put an end to this run right now. Get back and put a little bit of pressure on Orlando. 6-1 run. And a big lead at 14-6. Second technical timeout coming at 16. Cox has been good in reception. Rapach, pretty good place to go. Good block deflection. Shampoo part of that. And Schwann is blocked. Good blocking by Cox along with Ramelsberg.
That time Kaylee Cox stayed on that right side to put up a block, and boy, fantastic work with her hands again, pushing that right hand back so she can't get tooled.
Cox had 19 blocks coming in. That's a really good number for somebody on the pin. Shampoo, first contact, Murphy. Right side to Rapach. Wow, right on the end line. Using all the real estate.
Rapach does a fantastic job getting that outside the block, nice and deep.
Short serve, worked against Kaz Brown. Boy, Columbus made a mess of that opportunity.
They certainly did. They served strategically, trying to take Kaz Brown out of the offense, get a broken play, and can't capitalize.
Those are the kind of points, when you go back and look at that, chance to get some momentum, make Orlando think about it. Shampoo, what a good set to the outside in trans. Rivera first contact. Rapach again, high flat. Restart the point into the middle, not yet. Van de Wyde, a good read. Rapach. Good read by Schwann. Right side, and off speed again to Abercrombie.
What a rally. We're seeing some really high-level volleyball, some incredible defense. Look at Yosia slide under this ball for the pancake in Orlando. Comes out on top.
During the month of March, CBS Sports celebrates women's history, honoring the role of women inspiring generations to move forward together. Women's History Month. CBS Sports celebrating throughout the month of March. Back with Holly McPeak, I'm Paul Sunderland, speaking about a leader in women's sports, my esteemed partner, Holly McPeak.
Lots of pioneers before me paved the way.
For me too.
Yeah, I hope I paved the way a little bit more, and it just
no question about that, Holly.
Opportunities keep growing for these young women, and I love to see it.
First at Cal, then at UCLA, a national champion, then 3 times in the Olympics, and then a pretty good beach career. How many tournaments did you win?
72.
High five on that one, please.
Yeah. Columbus had a good pass right there, tried to get their middle going. The Ramblesburg misses wide to that corner.
Yeah, this set is getting away, and this has been kind of the problem with Columbus. They can compete with any team in the league, but can they do it for a long enough period of time? Raina Terry with a good response off the left side.
Columbus doesn't try and beat you with speed to the pins. They just lift it in the length of the left side players. They go up and work around that block.
That's a really good point. Oh, what a good serve, and that's going to be a net violation on Shampoo. But Terry and Cox, Kaylee Cox, both need a little more air under that ball at this stage.
Yes.
So we are going to have a challenge. Was it Shampoo that was in the net, or was it somebody in a red jersey? I think Raina Terry was there in anticipation of what might have been a joust.
Shampoo told her coach to challenge, so let's take another look at that.
This again is the look from our production crew. No, that's Terry.
Ooh.
Now, Shampoo might have netted as well. This is not the Bolt 6 look. This is our look from our production crew.
It's funny, Shampoo was pointing at Terry, and Terry had this look like, no, I didn't touch it. Now that I see that.
Right. Notorious liars are
Cameras
volleyball
don't
players.
lie. Raina Terry's still shaking her head. So maybe. Okay. Oh, double net.
Yeah.
2 guilty.
Yeah, but who netted first?
2 hands in the cookie jar at the same time.
The official is explaining to Angel Perez that the first of 2 net touches was by Raina Terry of the Columbus Fury.
Okay. If it was a simultaneous.
Well, then you got to replay it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I think it was.
I think it should be. I think that's too close to call. But then again, that's me, and I was wrong again. 18-11, commanding lead now. What a good pass. Shampoo blocking her position, but that ball not followed up that time by the Valkyries.
And that's a tough matchup for Shampoo, going up against trying to get some defensive stops versus Raina Terry.
Isabella Irapash back to serve. 13 kills on 34 swings, a block to go along with 5 digs. Kate Georgiades has 16 digs to lead the way so far for Columbus. Make it 17. Well, there's been a substitution. Paula Sorami wearing the libero jersey now on the floor for Columbus. Angel Perez designating 2 liberos so he can change. There is Georgiades. Oh, good block. Abercrombie with the stuff. Why do you think the change at the Bro?
Not sure. I did not think Georgiades was passing poorly, so maybe it's a defensive move. Look at Brittany Abercrombie, well placed hands over the net quickly. But if you look at the numbers
do not lie.
No, they don't. And Georgiada's passing numbers were not where they should be.
At only 20%, very good swing by Rapach. On the season, Georgiades is at 51%, but only 20 so far on the evening. Double sub coming on now for Columbus. This is becoming more and more common around the PVF. Internationally, 6 substitutions. PVF allows 8. In college, they allow 142.
For Columbus, it allows Morgan Lewis to come in the front row. She's a big block, can score, and then Tori Stringer, right back defender.
Morgan Lewis has got an arm. Here is Cox. And speaking of an arm, through the block and down by Kaylee Cox, number 8 in red.
The double sub has been very successful across the Pro Volleyball Federation. Lots of teams utilizing it. There, Kaylee Cox. Nice high reach through that seam in the block.
We saw it with Atlanta earlier in the week on Friday night as they held on to beat Indy 3-2. Or excuse me, Vegas. Oh, nice play by Van de Weyden.
Columbus not happy about that. Not sure if they're going to challenge it.
We're going to talk to Tori Stringer. I think they wanted a lift call during the course of the rally, but that's a judgment call, yeah. That is not part of the challenge situation, but a very comfortable lead now by Orlando. Look at Brittany Abercrombie. She worked her way around the referee stand to make sure that she could hear what was going on during the course of this conversation.
Shampoo was back row as a setter. She went up and got that ball, and I'm guessing that is what Columbus is challenging.
Yeah. And if she, explain, Holly, if she's above the height of the net as a back row player.
As a back row player, you're not allowed to go up and over that net to bring it back into play. If you're a front row player, you can do that.
But still, once again, a judgment call either way. And so it can't be challenged. Well, the thumbs up, but
that means replay, wouldn't it?
Well, he only gave 1 thumbs up.
Oh, okay. It would have to be 2.
And Columbus is still not happy about it. There is Angel Perez, many successful seasons in the Puerto Rican League, twice the coach of the year. Scully on to serve. Really well done by Cox. Very impressed by Kaylee Cox. We had Columbus earlier in the year when they were deep in the struggle bus, but they are sorting things out, so good for them.
Agreed, and 2 talented rookies on that left side, Kaylee Cox and Raina Terry, having a big impact for Columbus.
The yellow card has just been given to Tori Stringer, still talking about the previous play. Here is Abby Walker. Schwann again. Yeah, nicely done. All set up by Schwann in the perfect reception.
To be fair, I think the yellow card was for Angel Perez.
Ah, okay.
He's been talking about it a lot.
Thank you very much.
It was Tori Stringer.
Thank you.
Quick attack. Natalie Foster goes up and gets it, driving it cross body for the kill.
And that ball out of bounds. We looked up Foster's numbers. She had 31 aces, 38 errors on 209 attempts. That is an incredible ratio as far as the aces to errors and total errors as hard as she serves.
She needs to have her dad sitting in the stands. That's when she plays her best.
Yeah, no question about that, particularly on that night. Here's Rivera. And that one just a little bit outside.
Wilma Rivera is very consistent with her hand contact. I don't think I've ever seen that from her.
I agree with you. Has had a very long and distinguished career at the professional level as well as representing her native Puerto Rico. That's a smart shot. Restart. Shampoo taken out of the play. Down to Abercrombie. Deep into the cross court. Perfect location.
Nani Yosia, who's in there to play defense as the defensive libero for Orlando, does a really nice job putting that setup in transition with her hands.
Well, location is everything, and Abercrombie really knows how to use the entire court. Big swing by Rapach in response.
Rapach is so fiery, and I just love the way she works around the block. Very comfortable. Kaz Brown's up there at the net, and she can be intimidating defensively.
Second set point for Orlando. Brown slide. Oh, good block. Wow. Nice play, Holly.
Thank you. I was ready.
You were ready. Hands up and always ready to
help me too. Kaz Brown wants it. Block right there. Raina Terry is all over that. Knows it's coming fast over the net for the stuff.
To Brown again. And nice dig by Sarame. And Terry. That was a good swing by Raina Terry and got a piece of the block.
Wow. Really nice transition. Raina Terry going up. High contact.
Kaz Brown says no. You know, and as players now, with as good as this system is, and the one we see at the Olympics, and they're one and the same between Bolt 6 and the Olympic Games, you have to be, you can't let your coach call for a challenge if you have indeed touched the ball. You just gotta say, look, I touched it, let's move on.
Yeah, you don't want your coach obviously to lose trust when you really want that challenge, and then you don't want to waste it.
Well, we're gonna have a challenge, so Kaz Brown and Shampoo, number 3 in blue and number 11 respectively, saying nope, there was no touch. It was a very good swing in transition by Raina Terry. Are you a Jeopardy fan?
Sometimes. I don't have time to sit around and watch Jeopardy, but I like the concept.
You mean because you have a teenage son?
Well, just I'm a busy woman.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, we're must watch. I can get so many answers wrong.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
can get them right or wrong?
No, wrong. Raina Terry took that swing. 6'3" outside hitter. A rookie out of Illinois. The number 1 pick for Columbus. And not much in reception when she was playing for the Fighting Illini. So she's transitioned pretty well. I've been well impressed with Cox and Raina Terry.
I've been impressed with the way Columbus is defending that fast slide to Kaz Brown. They've been over the net quickly, out there with their feet, and really done a nice job slowing it down.
And it's a key part of the offense for Orlando. They have won 8 in a row, which is a new all-time record. Only the 2nd season for the Pro Volleyball Federation, but that is the most matches consecutively that any team has won so far. We just heard from the official that was announced to the House, looking for confirming that there was no touch on either of the blockers and also no touch on a back row defender. And I think you could see who won that argument. Orlando, led by Kaz Brown, takes the 3rd set 25-18. Back with a 4th right after this. rivalry between the Orlando Valkyries, top of the table, along with Omaha at 10-4, along with the Columbus Fury, and Rapach doing work along with Brittany Abercrombie, but both getting good help.
Shampoo, we talked about her prior to this match. She is an elite setter, and Columbus has made some really nice moves to challenge this Orlando offense.
Third set won by Orlando. They led it 16-10 at the second technical timeout, and Columbus just could never get rolling there in that third set and put any pressure whatsoever.
Brittany Abercrombie already has a double-double.
And not having her best match. That's how good she's been. And give credit to Columbus, Kaylee Cox, along with Walker and Ramelsberg, doing a nice job blocking. And Foster to start things off at the service line. The best rotation. Cox, a pretty good pass. And Courtney Schwann, that is a veteran read on a tight, quick pass.
A tough serve creates point scoring opportunities. This ball's going tight to the net, and Courtney Schwann all over it.
So there are two things with Foster's serve. She threatens an ace almost every time. There's an ace and a new Pro Volleyball Federation record. But when the opponent does pass the ball, it's very rarely in system.
Tons of pace on this ball, and if you don't get your platform out there on it quickly, it's going to get away from you.
That one didn't miss by much. Could she be a 6'3", 6'4" serving specialist in the Olympic Games? You'd have to give it some thought.
Well, I think she wants more than that.
I do too. Change at the setting position. Tori Stringer on now to start. Oh, what a dig. What a dig that time by Georgia Murphy. Point for the libero.
Incredible. What looked like an easy point for Columbus on this overpass. Raina Terry crushes it. Georgia Murphy digs it up, and then the quick transition back to Brittany Abercrombie. Impressive.
Wondered what situations might be changed on the Columbus side. Well, you change the setter, and Stringer is very capable. Change your setter and the libero. Kaz Brown. One indeed. Here I am, number 11.
Shampoo got under that ball, gave it a little bit more lift so Kaz Brown can get on top of it. Nice score out of the middle for Orlando.
Oh, that's a good delivery. Terry high off the block and out of bounds.
Raina Terry's doing a nice job keeping her swings high, not going low seam. Keeping everything high, and that's why it works off the block so well.
9 kills on 38 swings for Terry. Had 4 errors in the opening set and has cleaned that up significantly. Really good off speed by Schwann. Reads the game exceptionally well.
She has the nice off speed with her hand, but we've seen that top spin to the middle of the court that she disguises extremely well. This one, right back defense. Tori Stringer just a little bit too deep to pick that up.
Cox. That is cracked out of the middle by Ramelsberg. Remember, Columbus is on the floor now with 4, if not 5 rookies sometimes.
Tori Stringer feeding her middle. Ramelsberg cross body. Brittany Abercrombie there just can't get under it.
Tori Stringer, then Tori Dilfer, started her career at TCU before. Oh, ace serve. Ramelsberg with the rip, but back to Stringer. Started her career at TCU before transferring to Louisville and took the Cardinals to their first ever national semifinal. Former ACC Setter of the Year. Another tough serve. Oh, I like that play. A little bit inside.
Lindsay Vanderweider loves that inside rip set, and after a good pass, She just eats this up, brings it inside, the blocks there, but gives her room to swing down that line.
Van de Weyde at 6'3", played in San Diego last year professionally, in Greece as well as in France. 1,000 kills and 1,000 digs at the University of Oregon. Reception and then kill. Van de Weyde in 2 of the 3 phases.
Shampoo excels at setting up her hitters with the right rhythm, the right height and location that they need. And for a hitter, that's what you want.
Cox going high hand. What a dig. Good read by Schwann. Covered by Josia. Van de Weyde. Oh, what a rip. Lindsay Van de Weyde starting to heat it up and says thank you to Nolani Josia for the first cover.
Obviously, hitter coverage is crucial, but that time Courtney Schwann stepped in, and this is an important skill, transition setting. Big rip after the cover, and then Schwann sets it up for the big kill.
Orlando leading at the first technical timeout, 8-5. Columbus has changed liberos, changed setters. Those are some bold moves by Angel Perez, and looking to find something. They have lost 2 in a row after starting the season 0-7. They won 4 of 5. And impressive through that stretch, and now they got to fight their way back into this set.
Columbus does some really high-level things. It's just maintaining that high level throughout a match.
Sarame has come on to replace Georgiades. Stringer in to replace Wilma Rivera. Cox. Good swing. Oh, a net violation was called against Natalie Foster. Landed a little bit awkwardly under the net there. So we're going to have a challenge. Interesting. The ball was dug by Josia. Had a lot of discussion so far on the evening. Look, the officials do a really good job, but if we're having a challenge, focus on the challenge and let's keep the match moving. You know, but that's just me.
And me. Too many of these discussions. I don't think Orlando knew what the call was, and when they realized, then they decided to challenge, and it was a tiny bit late.
So there was a net violation called against Natalie Foster, and no complaint for number 13 in blue. Oh, there it is. There's the net violation. That was even, the call was late. That was the confusion, because there was no whistle on that net violation. The whistle was only blown well after Josia dug the ball. And that call might have come from the second referee on the sideline. Oh, Rapach really mad at herself for missing that easy opportunity.
She wants that back, but says, hey, next play, my fault.
Rapach with 15 kills has 5 digs, should have 6. There's the slide. The ball was ruled touched by the Orlando block. Schwann. Wow, that looked like a really good swing. But once again, the lines are all called electronically. And there's
going
no
for that
arguing
corner. Wow.
with the Hawkeye.
So close.
Yep, we're seeing it up on the jumbo screen here. Perfect pass by Murphy. Raina Terry. Murphy would like to have that one back. Good swing by Raina Terry.
I agree. Brittany Abercrombie and Natalie Foster in front of her as a block, and she just goes flat, high off the hands, and that clears the defense.
58 digs now for Orlando, 53 for Murphy and Columbus. Van de Weyden. That was a good roll shot. Smartly done by Terry. Rapach slowed, covered by Cox. Good read by Van de Weyden. And blocked. Foster with some help on the outside.
That last transition set died a little bit inside for Raina Terry, and the block for Orlando lines up perfectly. Natalie Foster getting that with her inside hand.
Yeah, we talk about getting your feet to the ball. Terry didn't do it that time. I really like what I've seen so far from Kaylee Cox in turn, particularly, I knew she could attack the ball and block a ball here and there, but she's passed the ball exceptionally well. Cox, Holly, to that point, 52% positive, 32% perfect. That ball was out of bounds, but it was touched off the block. 10-9. Good response by Stringer. Brought in to replace Rivera. That serve had nothing on it. Stringer's a good, she's trying to serve short there, isn't she?
Exactly.
Just missed it.
I like the idea. The execution a little bit off. You want to disrupt that middle offense by serving the ball short, but that one was too easy.
Oh, good block. Schwann along with Brown.
Courtney Schwann got all of that with her left hand. Watch Courtney Schwann's left hand get over the net, turn it back in, slowing down Terry on the right pin.
Oh, good serve. Free ball, Abercrombie all over that. And to Kaz Brown. You know, that connection just has not been as good tonight as it has been over the last 7 or 8 matches.
Agreed. I think that set was just a little bit too low, and it's hard for Kaz Brown to get on top of it as a middle attacker when that ball's at your elbow.
Brown, 6 of 16, 6 of 16, but a handful of errors. Smart shot, restart the point. Back to Cox. Oh, what a dig. What a read by Van de Weyden. Stringer out of the play. Rapach. What a rip by Isabella Rapach down the line.
Rapach just crushed that ball, and Georgia Murphy playing left back, sitting on that line. Just can't control it with her platform. Defense by Orlando, and here's the transition swing down the line at Murphy. She just can't bring it back with her platform.
That was a classy swing. Tough serve. Van de Weyden does a good job to keep that ball off the floor. Another transition opportunity, not as good a set, but Rapach says, perfect set, poor set, I can still do the same.
Rapach is so aggressive. That ball was off the net and wide. Look at her get her feet there, and just she doesn't get tentative. Rips it, and the pace is what killed that ball.
3-0 run by Columbus. Stringer's doing a good job defensively, as did Rivera before her. But rock solid is Tori Stringer. Misconnection there, opportunity for Columbus. Why not? Back to Rapach. Good block touch. Vandewaida missed it out of bounds. Orlando looking for a touch, and the run continues. That's 4-1.
Vanderweider out of the back row trying to go for that corner. Good looking swing.
Timeout called by Orlando. They lead it 2-1. Columbus won the opening set 27-25. Orlando looked very, very solid in the second, third, 25-21, 25-18. Busy Sunday to close out the first half of the Pro Volleyball Federation 2025 season. And a very interesting match. A lot of intrigue in this one at Atlanta. Atlanta had lost 3 in a row. They were looking for their second straight. And Indy had been dealing with some injuries. But Lecator member Mena back in the lineup. Unfortunately, she went out again earlier this evening.
I'll tell you, this was a fantastic match. You and I both were watching, eyes peeled. I believe the last set was 33-31, and Indy had so much fight. But yes, they lost their star player, Lecator member Mena, to another, what looked like a sprained ankle. Not sure about that.
So Atlanta gets back to 500. Indy now at 8-7. You see the top two. The O's leading the way, Orlando and Omaha at 10-4. But only one match, I mean, separating in the loss column 4 other teams. Hope Lecator member Mena, she had to miss the all-star match, and hope that this injury will not be long served. She was, along with Brittany Abercrombie and a very small handful of others, Lecator member Mena a favorite for league MVP, at least through the first half. Here is Terry. Kaz Brown saying, come on. Nice touch by Cox. Oh, wow. What a roof by number 11.
Kaylee Cox did a fantastic job getting a defensive touch. Columbus tries to run the middle, but Kaz Brown, not surprised, all over that ball in the middle.
Shampoo taken out of the play. Abercrombie. She is so effective off speed. I mean, just must have a third eye up there somewhere.
Nani Yosia, the libero who comes in for Orlando to play defense, is a really nice hand setter, and that's an asset to have when you're running that transition offense off your dig.
A little confusion by Columbus. Vandewaida and, oh, what a dig. Sarame with a sprawling save. Rapach again. Vandewaida dug by Terry. How hard is it to put the ball down? Nice read by Shampoo, still off the floor. Wonderful point by both teams. Sarame again, joust coming. Brown knows what to do.
Vanderweider taking some huge rips. Sarame gets under, keeps it alive, but Kaz Brown with her second slam dunk of the match.
Dug by Schwann. Vanderweider, tough chance. Good set in transition. Oh, Isabella Rapach, very impressive.
We talked about Isabella Rapach taking some incredible swings, working inside. If you're Kaz Brown, you might want to drop that right hand because she's hitting it right inside the block.
Tough serve, well handled. Well, Terry's been darn good defensively. Kaz demanding the ball and missed it out of bounds. Looking for a touch. We might have a challenge. And we will. Challenge for touch off the Columbus block.
Columbus's defense has been really making it hard for Kaz Brown to find open floor off that quick slide. Orlando challenging the touch.
Big call. Ball was ruled out of bounds. You have two challenges. You can challenge net violation, touch off the block, touch off a defender, ball up or down. Here it is, Holly. This is the look from Bolt 6. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it.
That's when we love Bolt 6. Really nice.
So that'll make it 16-14 on the 2-point switch. And we will step aside for our second technical timeout. Well, this one's going right down to the wire. Orlando looking to make it 9 straight. That would be a new Pro Volleyball Federation consecutive wins record. They hold the record currently at 8. And Columbus, after a very, very tough start, are trying to stay in this race to get into the playoffs. The top 4 teams at the end of the regular season, 28 matches each for each team in the league, play everybody else 4 times. And that'll be 4 teams into the semifinals and then for the championship. And we had that last year, Holly. Grand Rapids and Omaha, and $1 million to the winning team. And last time I checked, that was real money. Sarame's done a nice job coming in for Georgiades. Oh, really good swing by Cox.
Cox finding that corner, and Kaz Brown in there playing defense. Heads up play by Cox to realize who's back there defensively.
Cox now with 9 kills on 34 swings. Abercrombie cutting inside. Wow. Both these opposites use the entire court to score.
They really do, and they're the heart of the offense for both teams.
Abercrombie now with 18 kills on 41 swings, hitting over 300. On the slide. Yep, quickness wins. Abby Walker with the score, number 24 in red.
Rookie middle blocker Abby Walker, known for her speed, gets quick through the seam of that block. Natalie Foster a little bit late with her hand press on that block.
Van de Weyde. That play was set up. Good deception that time by Shampoo.
Shampoo has a little bit delay in the way she takes the ball in her hands, and it holds the middle blocker like they're going with Natalie Foster. Abby Walker actually jumped with Natalie Foster. Really good deception by Shampoo, the Orlando setter.
I'll tell you, Van de Weyde is very quietly having a big match offensively for Adora and I. 14 kills on 36 swings, make it 15 on 37, hit 351, and also passing very well. Thank you, Holly. 52% positive. That means you got a couple of options. That's a positive pass. Very much so. Foster with a kill out of the middle.
Rookie middle blocker Natalie Foster attacking that right back at the other rookie Abby Walker, playing that left back defense. Nice kill out of the middle for Orlando.
Well handled by Sarame. Rapach had to really broad jump out for that. Good choice And good delivery of the off speed. Coming up for Orlando, they're home to San Diego, home to Omaha, at San Diego, and then at Atlanta. As far as Columbus is concerned, home to Vegas, at Indy, and then home to Atlanta, and then at Grand Rapids, and then back to Atlanta. Doesn't get any easier. Boy, Kaz Brown demands the ball, doesn't she?
She does.
I love it. Yeah, you can tell there's been some disconnect. There's been some frustration between Kaz Brown and Shampoo, but she hasn't stopped working.
No, she hasn't. Every time she wants the ball, and you want a middle blocker or middle attacker driving that hard every time.
The lead is 2. Good block deflection. High swing. That ball set well outside the antenna. Good first contact. Back to Brown. Boy, players really sacrificing their bodies to keep the ball off the floor. Columbus must have. Oh, good block. Fantastic block by Shampoo along with Kaz Brown.
Smallest blocker on the court, Shampoo on the right side for Orlando. Sets up, spreads. She gets all of that. Kaz Brown with the assist, but really nice, and setters love to do that.
You know, and for Columbus, for Isabella Rapach, I think that's the first swing out of 47 where she got a little greedy. Every other swing had been very, very well thought out, but that was low sink.
She might have relaxed because Shampoo was at the net blocking, and that's what players tend to do with a smaller blocker.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Holly. Both of the opposites had taken very, very high, hard, aggressive swings all night long. And Lindsay Vandeweide, again, in for Adora Anai, who came to practice a little bit late this morning. You noticed that Anai was not here, and we talked to her just under the weather. No injury there at all, but nice to have an answer in Lindsay Vandeweide.
Lindsay Vandeweide does it all, knows how to score, complete player. It's fun to see her competing again. She's put up fantastic numbers all night long.
Played for San Diego last year. Wonderful career at the University of Oregon. We were joking, but it would take a while to count all the former Ducks that are in the Pro Volleyball Federation. A real credit to Matt Ulmer, the job he's done over many years as the head coach at the University of Oregon, now the head coach at Kansas. Curious to see what Vandeweide's passing numbers are so far on the evening. Last time I looked, they were pretty darn good. Look at that, 53% positive, and 60 is fantastic. Rapach thought she had gotten a touch, and we're going to have a challenge.
Rapach very confident that there was a touch.
4-1 run if this call stands. It was called out of bounds. Orlando, if it stands, 3 points away from their 9th straight win after starting the season at 2-4. There is Amy Pauley in her second year here in Orlando. 8-16 last year. Brought in a lot of new faces and some of the holdovers. Georgia Murphy, Brittany Abercrombie, what a difference maker she has been. Adora and I went healthy, and then the addition of rookie Natalie Foster. How good has she been? Hit 379, now has a new Pro Volleyball Federation record of 33 aces.
A lot of the teams across the league added talent, lots of young rookie talent having a huge impact on their team.
Yeah, we talked about it. She's second in the league in attack efficiency. And Corey Lewis out of Florida State, and now with Atlanta, is #1. And Morgan Stout, another rookie for Vegas, is 3rd. No? Okay.
I didn't see one.
Okay.
Somebody had a really nice manicure.
Was a good swing. 3 points away. Abercrombie now hitting over 300 once again. She hits 311 on the season. And now 2 points away for their 9th straight win is Orlando.
And back-to-back errors for Rapach, who's been incredible all match long.
Orlando going to get a little busy after having the full week off. San Diego at home on the 13th, Omaha on the 15th, and then head out west to San Diego. A break here on the service error. Schwann, tight pass. Oh, tough chance right on top of the tape. And Columbus is not going to go quietly.
Kaz Brown wants that one back. She's slam dunked a couple of those so far. That one.
Raina Terry at the service line, 13 kills on 49 swings. And we talked about Raina Terry. 64% positive reception out of 22 attempts. That is really good. So timeout called. Orlando on top 23-20. The rookie out of Illinois.
Raina Terry, known as a fantastic server, making a difference off the line, and that was really one of the keys for Columbus pushing Orlando tonight. They were going to have to serve tough.
Terry also with 3 blocks, Holly, to go along with 7 digs. 10 errors, 10 hitting errors.
Okay, that was early. I felt like that was early in the match. She's been really good defensively blocking that left side slide.
So the 8-match winning streak, beat Omaha 3-0, at Atlanta 3-0, home to Indy 3-1, at Columbus 3-1, Grand Rapids 3-0, Vegas 3-0, Omaha 3-0, and then Atlanta most recently last Saturday 3-2. A very impressive run, record-setting. Good short serve. Good play by Murphy. Van de Weyde on the slide. Very good blocking. That was Cox. Oh, and a net violation, a late call probably coming from the sideline of the second referee. And we're going to have a challenge. The net violation was called against Columbus. And if it stands, it will be 4 match points for Orlando. Some of the net calls coming a little bit late. You remember the one that we talked about, caused some consternation, quite frankly, on both sides. Natalie Foster had netted, the dig was made, and then the call came after that. There's Michelle Prater. Net violation was called against Columbus. Yeah.
Yeah, hand, left hand in the net.
Yep. Yeah, that is one of, that is a net violation. And that's going to be match points now for Orlando as the call stands. Orlando looking to improve to 11-4.
Shampoo leaves the floor, and Lydia Grote's going to block right side, so that'll be Nana Yosia setting in transition.
Lydia, the younger sister of Marin, who plays for Grand Rapids. Match point. Rapach, really good off speed. What's the key to having a good tip?
First of all, you got to come in hard every time, and then just the soft touch and good placement. Usually pace on the ball helps as well.
Rapach now with 19 kills. Match point number 2. Here is Ramelsberg. Good pass. Abercrombie closes it out of the back row.
Columbus looked really good at times, and I think they frustrated Orlando in certain areas, but Orlando was able to maintain a higher level for a longer amount of time.
Orlando's getting very good at their victory dance. They've had 9 straight opportunities to work it out.
Incredible.
Abercrombie finishes with 19 kills on 43 swings, hitting 326 as a team. Orlando hit 251. Let's take a look at the updated standings. Orlando now 11-4. Omaha will look to tie them atop the table, and then it gets very, very crowded. Tough loss again for Columbus. They certainly played very well with a lot of young talent out on the floor. Final thoughts, Holly?
Well, for Angel Perez and the Columbus Fury, I think they're doing a lot of high-level things, moving in the right direction. They just played the hottest team in the Pro Volleyball Federation. I think they're going to make some more noise this season.
Yeah, there are no easy outs. It doesn't matter who you play. Very, very tough competition in the Pro Volleyball Federation. For Holly McPhee and our entire crew, I'm Paul Sunderland. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network. Have a good Sunday, everybody.